This St. Cloud grandfather was accused of the unthinkable by his own granddaughters. Back in February 2017, police showed up at Abraham Grahali's door. The reason? His granddaughters had come forward with devastating claims. They said he'd been sexually abusing them for years. Abuse that started when they were just 4 years old. Think about that, toddlers. Now this is the moment he walked into the Osceola County Sheriff's Office to face those horrifying accusations. What would he say? How would he react? Let's go inside that interrogation room and see exactly how this played out.
All right, we're gonna put your handcuffs in front, okay? So you'll be more comfortable? Stand up for me, please. Put your hand on top of your head for a second.
Very nice. Yeah.
You can put your hands down.
Huh?
You can put your hands down for a second.
Okay. I got a bad.
How do you feel now? A little bit better? Like you
Yeah,
feel looser?
yeah, thank you.
Good.
Do you want that phone for a second? Thank you. Guess I put it backwards. Look at my shirt. Is it okay? Probably this
Can we
way.
move my watch?
Huh?
Can we move my watch?
I'm gonna put it down here. I'm gonna
Okay.
put the cuffs down here. Turn your hand this way. It'll be more comfortable.
Okay.
Okay? Is that, or do you want the other way? You want this way?
Yes, the other
Okay.
way.
All right, have a
Thank
seat.
you.
Go up closer to the table.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah, thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
Appreciate everything.
Not a problem. Not telling the truth or telling a lie under oath is a crime against the state of Florida. You understand that?
Yes.
So if we're talking today and you tell me a lie,
Uh-huh.
then that's a crime.
Okay.
Okay? Can you raise your right hand? You're the other right hand. Do you swear the statement you're about to give be the truth and nothing but the truth to the best of your knowledge, so help you God?
Okay.
Okay. Now, I'm going to read you what your rights are, okay? You have the right to remain silent. You understand what that means?
See.
Okay. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you before and during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you at county expense before any questioning if you wish.
Okay.
If you give up your right to remain silent and later wish to stop answering questions, no further questions will be asked. You understand that?
See.
Okay.
Yes.
Where are you from originally?
Puerto Rico.
You grew up in Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
Big family, little family?
No big family.
Okay. And when did you come to you went to New York after that, when you moved out of Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
How old were you when you moved out of Puerto Rico?
Maybe about 18.
Okay, okay. So you grew up in Puerto Rico, you went to school there?
No, I don't want to. I'll tell you, I have problem. Lane. I wish somebody here to help me. I went only to third grade.
Third grade?
In Puerto Rico.
Okay,
Then I start to help my father
okay.
in the house, don't you know? And
Sure, times were different back then.
yeah. So then I was 17 or 18 when I went to New York.
Okay. And then,
Brooklyn.
where in Brooklyn?
Brooklyn, they call it Williamville.
Okay.
I believe it's Williamville, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is my story, my life.
What'd you do for work?
I used to be a handyman.
Okay. So you're
Yeah.
just fixing odds and ends like a carpenter?
Fix it. Not too much carpenter, not too much, little things, you know.
Yeah.
I never went to school really,
Okay.
so
Like electronics or anything
no,
like
no,
that?
no, can't do that.
Okay.
No, I can fix things with my hand, you know, but I can't do that.
And how long you been married?
46 years, 47 years,
47 years.
yeah.
Hmm.
She's my hand, my right hand.
Long time.
So how old were you guys when you met? 25?
She was 20, I think she was about 19, 20. I was about, I don't know, maybe 20, I don't remember.
What about before your wife? Were you married before that?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so you
I
had
got
one
divorced.
divorce or two divorces?
one,
Okay. And
but I was young,
okay, how long were you married?
maybe about a year.
A year? How long were you together before you got married?
The first wife,
Yeah.
about a year.
So you were dating for a year and then you got
No, married, all together.
okay. So just a year with dating and then married.
Right.
Any kids?
Yeah, one daughter.
What's her name?
Yeah.
And where's now?
You live, she's a
Okay. When was the last time you talked to her?
long time, but she never get along with me.
No? Why not?
I don't know.
There's got to be something.
No, because really, I don't see him no more. The mother took it,
Okay.
and when she was about 18, I saw her a couple of times.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about when she was a baby? Like growing up, you didn't see her growing up at all?
No.
Okay. What are their names? Uh-huh.
No, the first one,
Okay, she's the oldest?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then,
Uh-huh.
and
Okay. And live up the block from you.
I moved to, he moved to, to,
Okay. Moved to,
no,
and where does he live?
it's,
Okay.
but I'm not there.
As the interrogation began, Detectives O'Connor and Bishop of the Osceola County Sheriff's Office led the investigation. Fully aware of the seriousness of the allegations, both detectives maintained a professional demeanor while carefully safeguarding the suspect's rights throughout the interview.
Okay. You get along okay with
Yeah,
no problems?
no problem.
What about two?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, you, where does he live?
I live in, I believe,
Okay. When was the last time you saw?
but, I say about 2 months.
2 months?
Yeah.
Okay. Why so long?
I never, all time working.
Yeah. You're working or he's working?
No, working. I saw not too long because my wife went to see it, the
Mhm.
kid. But I don't see him almost for 3 months.
So you don't have any issues with,
No, I don't have no issue with that.
and nothing with, no problems?
No problem.
Never problems? No
No.
fights?
No fight, no.
No arguments?
No.
Well, do you have any idea why you're here right now?
No.
None?
No.
This is weird because we've been here for a little while now. Went to your house, you haven't asked me why you're here.
Well, I asked him in my house, what happened?
Yeah, I said I just want to talk to you.
You want to talk to me? So I was scared. I'll be honest with you. I say maybe somebody got killed and say I did it. What? I don't know. Because my nephew was there. I say, why they took you? I said, I don't know.
Did you kill somebody?
No, I don't know.
So you have no idea at all why you're here?
No.
All right, well, it says that you guys haven't been getting along too good lately.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he said it. That's why
Yeah.
I'm not making that up.
Uh-huh.
So what's been going on? What's the argument about with...
I don't know what he says, guys. Because he always says something about himself. I don't know, I don't know.
What did he say about...
He say, you guys always talking, you guys. But you know, I no attention to it.
Okay, so he's mad at you because you're talking?
So sometimes know me, but my wife getting his wise side, you know. It's no way. Maybe my wife she's Christian. We go to church, and sometimes he tell her what to do. He don't like it. So maybe that's what it is.
What'd you tell him to do?
Oh, she say go to the church, be careful with the kid, things like that. You know, to say.
Okay.
Or nothing bad.
So be careful with the kids. What does that mean? Like what?
She always say, not only they told them, be careful today, a bad thing happened, be careful for the children, all things, you know.
But like what? I mean, if you're telling somebody to be careful for something,
You can,
you saw something that they did that was not safe. So I'm just trying to figure out what that was. You said be careful.
she said, be careful then.
Okay.
So,
No, I'm just curious what, you
really
know,
nothing bad.
if they're doing something that's not safe, maybe
No,
we
I
can
don't
help.
know,
Okay.
So,
What is his kids' names? Mm-hmm.
no, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And
Okay. How old is...
maybe
Okay. And how old is...
but
Okay. Now, I know you said you had diabetes.
yeah,
Do you have any other medical issues?
no.
No.
Memory.
Your memory?
Yeah.
Okay.
They did it in Brooklyn. They did it in Brooklyn. Sorry, in Manhattan. They did an examination of my head,
Uh-huh.
and they think I got what do they call that? Dementia.
Okay. Dementia?
Yeah.
You had that? You've been diagnosed with that?
Yeah, long time ago.
Hmm. How long ago?
Oh, I don't know. I forgot. Too long.
Like
I
40 years ago? 20 years ago?
I say about 40 years ago, maybe.
40 years ago?
I say 20 or 30 years ago.
So when you were in your 40s, you got diagnosed with dementia?
I was no a little more 50, maybe about 50.
Okay, because
Yeah,
how old are you now?
47.
You're 47 years old?
No, I'm sorry, 70.
Okay,
70.
yeah,
I'm confused the Mary and the age.
okay.
If you feel like you need something to drink or you need something to eat
No.
because of your diabetes, I want you to tell me.
My wife
Okay?
got the medicine.
Okay, but I want you to tell me if you need something to eat or drink,
All
okay?
right, maybe I gotta take the medicine when she come,
Okay,
because I eat some spaghetti that I cook, they cook in the house, so I eat spaghetti. So I
Okay.
gotta take my medicine.
okay. What time are you supposed to take that?
Whatever you can.
Okay.
So,
But
So-
what happened to?
well, that's what I'm asking. I want to know what, if you have any problems with...
No, I don't have no problem with that. Nobody, I don't have no problem,
So, he's made some allegations against you.
really.
Serious allegations.
Oh, wow. They were,
Well, he said that he had a meeting with you at your house
Yeah.
in June.
yeah,
Remember that? This past summer? And he was mad at you. You remember what that was about?
I know he went to the Harvard.
Yeah.
But I asked him what happened. He said, I don't go to my house no more.
Okay.
But I figure, he's mad at me.
For what?
I don't know. I wish I know. So.
He didn't say anything else, just don't go to my house anymore?
Oh, yeah. But I don't put no attention to him.
Did he say that to your wife too?
No.
Just you?
Well, he said it to me.
Okay, so your wife was still allowed to go there?
You don't want my wife stopped to go because he don't answer the phone.
Okay.
So he just told you not to go there?
No, not to go.
And nothing else, nothing about why? Just, I don't want you at my house?
No, I don't know why.
And then you just shake it off like nothing?
Because, you know how it can be mad, and then they come back,
That was 6 months ago. He says he hasn't talked to you since then.
No, he does. That's not true.
Did you talk to him on your phone?
No. I don't use the phone much.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so...
My wife do all the talk. She calls, how you doing? So sometimes I don't know how to say, but she showed me the telephone. And they go, hi, how you doing?
Yeah, you still haven't asked me what it's about. I just said that making serious allegations about you.
No, you said it. I don't even know.
Abraham, a man in his mid-70s, appeared confused and struggled with memory lapses linked to previous health conditions. The detectives gently gathered his statements, patiently working around his limited ability to recall events clearly. Abraham mentioned experiencing memory loss from a past illness and voiced frustration over his inability to remember important details.
This interview is being conducted by Detective O'Connor of the St. Cloud Police Department at the Osceola County Sheriff's Office on Tuesday, February 7th, 2017 at 2:38 p.m. The person being interviewed is Abraham Grahali. Present during the interview are Abraham Grahali, Detective O'Connor, and Detective Bishop of the Osceola County Sheriff's Office. Abraham, can you state your full name for me?
Abraham, in Spanish?
No, in English.
Okay, Abraham Grahali.
And your date of birth?
I got it in the song. I can't read, I can't read and I can, how do you say, I can
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Many years ago in Manhattan, I used to work in Manhattan. I
Okay.
hit my head,
Okay.
the accident, and one of the boiler. And I was not in coma, but I was real bad.
Wow.
So I forgot everything.
Okay.
So I want you to know that.
Okay, good. Oh,
Okay.
thank you for telling me that.
Okay.
So what is your date of birth?
A18, I believe.
August?
1846.
August 18 of 1946?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and your address? Do you know your address?
My address is where you guys took me. That's my address there, right? It's
What's the street name?
I
Okay, and where is that? What town? Okay, and what's your phone number? You don't know your phone number?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm a sworn law enforcement officer in the state of Florida.
Right.
And as such, I'm empowered to place persons under oath for the official taking of statements and record. So when I take a statement from somebody, I have the right and the authority to put them under oath.
What I mean?
Oath is when you swear to tell the truth.
Okay.
And
To establish some background, the detectives asked Abraham about his personal history, things like his date of birth, marital status, and past relationships. He shared that he had been married to his current wife for 46 years and described her as his constant companion. He also mentioned a short-lived previous marriage that ended in divorce after just a year. These details gave the detectives a clearer picture of his relationship history and possible influences on his family dynamics.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
well, he says, and the girls say, that you've been molesting them for
Oh,
years.
that's not true.
No?
No, no way.
Can you tell me about your...
They stay in the house, they eat something, they left.
Do you have a gun?
No,
No guns?
no gun.
Because said she saw a gun in your house if you had a
Oh
gun.
my God. I say that.
Yeah.
Have you ever had one?
No, never. Never. You can go to my house, you're not gonna find no one. Animal live in that.
Have a BB gun or a pellet gun
No,
or toy gun?
No, no. No. It's my wife, you see.
Well,
That's crazy, say that.
she said that from the time she was about 4 years old
Uh-huh,
until she was 13,
uh-huh.
that you had molested her
Oh my
on
God.
multiple occasions.
No, no way. Oh my God, I don't believe this.
That you touched her vagina with your fingers, that you put your mouth on her vagina,
Oh my God.
that you forced her
You make
to,
me cry.
you said that you forced her to give you oral sex,
Oh no. That's not true.
that you forced her to touch your penis,
Oh my God.
and then in June,
Uh-huh.
she didn't want to go to your house anymore. And she started crying when she was going to be left at your house while your parents went out of town for work. And then she told what happened. And then she said, yeah, that happened to me too.
Oh my God.
Why would they say that about
I
you?
don't know. Really, I don't know. I know you say because maybe they said to you, but I don't believe that.
They said it.
Why?
I don't know. That's why I want to know. That's why I'm talking to you. I
Break
mean,
my
that's-
heart to hear that.
So, but you got two girls saying the same thing.
Are you like that? Yeah. Why never say nothing about me? The other ones
Said the same thing too.
they never live with me.
Said that when she was very young that you molested
You
her
see,
also.
you see, it's not true. She never lived with me. Not even 1 week. The mother took her away from me.
But why would three people come forward
Yeah,
all of a
I
sudden?
guess since something's going on.
Why would they do that?
I
They had
don't
nothing
know.
to gain.
Even when I used to go to the house, he said, I don't like when you come here, but when you come here, always preaching, I don't like the preaching, I don't like, my wife is a Pentecostal.
Yeah.
So she like to, talking about the Bible and everything to them. And he never looked, no everyone.
When the detectives confronted Abraham, they spelled out exactly what his granddaughters had accused him of. They said the girls claimed he'd molested them repeatedly over years, beginning when they were only 4 years old. One granddaughter specifically accused him of forcing oral sex on her, starting when she was 11. Abraham reacted with disbelief and shock. He flatly denied everything, saying he loved his granddaughters deeply and would never do such horrible things to them. Throughout the questioning, he stuck to his story. These allegations were completely false, probably caused by misunderstandings or maybe even someone being malicious.
This is where you lived in the last few years?
These are the,
Yeah. Where'd you live before that? How long you been?
about 4 years.
4 years?
Uh,
Okay. So you, and then before that, where did you live?
It was in, but I forgot the address. Yeah,
Where's that at? Is that in Kissimmee?
Orlando.
Okay. What'd the house look like?
The house looked like it's an old house. It was an old house.
Was
Like a ranch.
1 story, 2 story?
No, one, no, 2 floor,
Yeah.
And that was the,
I believe.
okay.
Yeah,
That's 1 story?
1 story.
Okay.
How long did you live there?
We were there about, I don't know, about 3 years, 4 years too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What about before that?
I don't remember.
Okay. So,
When did you move to?
About 4 years.
Does an address sound familiar?
Yeah,
You live there?
yeah.
Do you remember when?
It's, I don't even know this. Can you ask him why?
Okay, no, it's not that important. I was just
Oh,
asking
okay.
you, does that sound familiar?
Yes,
Does that sound like a place you lived?
yeah. What's the date again?
What's the name?
Uh, I don't think that's.
You don't think you live there?
No.
Okay.
do you drive?
No,
Why not?
I don't have no license. I never can get my license.
Oh, it's just an ID card. All right.
Are your eyes gray or blue?
Green,
They're green?
yeah.
Oh, maybe it's your gray shirt that you have on.
Oh,
All right. So,
I got operation by it.
Huh?
I got operation,
Oh, an operation?
yeah.
Okay.
so tell me about.
She's a nice girl.
Okay.
I love her very much. She's a sweetheart.
When was the last time you talked to her?
The last time she went to the house,
When was that?
I'd say maybe about 3 months, 4 months.
Okay.
She went to my,
Yeah.
so he was there too. He went to, they were together. They stay in the house. They some. I left when she was about maybe 2 years. I don't know, 2 years.
Yeah.
She was, I don't see him no more. No more to which she was about 18 or 19.
I wish I could show you right now the video talking about you and what she said you did to her. Now these are just allegations now.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, when she's talking about what you did to her, she's going into such detail and she's breaking down, she's crying, and you can see, like, we've been doing this for a little while. I've had a lot of interviews.
Oh my God.
And I can tell you, when you talk to her and you see the way she's breaking down, there's no signs that she's being untruthful. Like, there's nothing. Like, her testimony is so sincere as you're talking to her. The way she kept breaking down, it really touches your heart.
Yeah,
Almost like,
break my heart now to hear what you're saying.
almost like she completely believes it.
I don't know.
That's
That's not true.
the way you see her tell what happened to her. It's like she's reliving it. It's heart-wrenching,
Oh,
you know,
my
to see
God.
her recount what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah. Hey,
And here's something I want you to hear me
Right.
out and think about this.
right.
Because some people, when they're young, very young, they get an early sexual experience,
Mhm.
and that stays with them. And that becomes their preference, you know? When you get exposed to something very early in life. And it's like a disease. And there's help for people that have this mentality, that think like this.
Mhm.
So, you know, when you get exposed to that, you can't help yourself sometimes. And, you know, sometimes you misinterpret signals and you can act a certain way and not even realize what you're doing. You know, and it's a long pattern of hurt that, you know, people need to heal after time, you know? Now, I know you're 70 years old.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen a lot in your life growing up. And coming to where you are
I
now,
never had this problem.
I can see, you know, you care. But I'm telling you, when you talk to this girl and you see the interview, the way she comes off,
To me, it's like
Abraham.
evil, you know, to say something like that.
But
It's not true.
two people.
No, three, because you say.
I know, too.
You
but
know?
You got these two young girls describing very similar situations about you.
I don't know, I can understand that.
That's how
No,
could
that's
that
not
happen
true.
without it being true, Abraham?
No, but let me tell you,
Yeah,
it
tell
shocked me to hear this.
You don't look shocked, I'll be honest with you.
Well, you can say that,
I did.
but to me, it's not true,
Okay.
you know?
Would you make yourself available to do a lie detector test?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Because it's I tell you right now,
But like I
the
say,
allegations are so strong against you.
I don't have no money for a lawyer, but I want a lawyer
Yeah.
to be in my, you know?
Yeah.
Because right now, you believe what they say, I say it's not.
I could tell you, I could see their face,
know.
and when you talk to them,
Yeah.
I'm telling you that the way they tell their story and the hurt and the pain, it's real. It's
No,
you can't, unless
It's not real, it's not true. It's not true.
are the girls liars?
Well, what I can say,
Answer me.
you know, to me they lie.
Okay, but I'm not saying are they liars in general? Like you know them to be in the past untruthful. Like do they tell a lot of lies?
Well, they never lie to me.
Are they bad girls?
No, I don't say they're bad. They may cheat them. How can I say they're bad?
Well, I mean,
You know?
if it's the truth, it's the truth.
No, you can, surprise me to say that too. You know? I know it's always, it makes you stories. But I don't know the girl gonna come out with this too.
Abraham, are you asking for a lawyer right now, or do you want to keep talking and you just want a lawyer for the case?
Well, I want a lawyer to, because, like I say, I don't know how to read.
Okay, but I need to know, are you asking for a lawyer right now, or do you want to keep talking to us and you want a lawyer for your case? I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I can't tell you what to say. I just need to be clear on what you're telling me.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, I never did that.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, I never did that. So,
Well, we have more questions I want to ask you.
Yeah.
But before we go forward, do you want a lawyer now, or do you want a lawyer to review your case later? Is that what you're saying? Because I'm not sure what you're saying.
Because of his memory problems, Abraham had a hard time giving consistent details about events and timelines. He frequently contradicted himself, prompting the detectives to press for clarification in an effort to piece together an accurate account. His lapses in memory created obstacles, not only for the investigators, but also for him, making it challenging to get a clear sense of what actually happened.
I can die here. And I said never did. Because that's the truth. That's the truth.
Okay. Anything else? Bit more?
So, let me go over what the process is going to be for today. Because her statements were so credible, you're going to be charged with everything that said that you did to her today. You're going to be charged from the St. Cloud Police Department, and you're charged from the Osceola County Sheriff's Office, and then, as part of the case with, because you're in Orlando, the Orange County Sheriff's Office is going to be investigating what happened with. So you got additional charges coming from everything that happened with, and potentially so if she decides to report what happened locally, because I think you guys were.
He never even close to that. You see?
So you got a pretty good defense for that, but and it's a pretty strong case against you. They're making harsh allegations.
Oh my God.
And these allegations are life felonies, so when you get arrested for this, you're not going to have a bond, and if you're convicted, you can be sentenced to life in prison.
Oh my God.
So when it goes...
Innocent. It's sad to say,
Yeah.
you know?
So...
But I'm innocent to all this.
I don't believe
Even they put me in jail, I always say I'm innocent.
But
I never do this.
here's something I'd like to point out to people in a situation like that. All right. These girls,
Yeah.
they've been traumatized, tragically traumatized. And I want you to keep in mind going forward, as the court process goes through, they're going to have to get on stand and testify and confront you and say to your face what you did to them. That's going to be like trauma to them all over again.
But like I say to you, they can be here. And I say to them, why you say that? Why you lying? Because this is a lie. You know? Why you say I did it when I never did it?
Do you know
when I didn't even touch you, didn't even play.
Do you know what the odds are of 3 people coming
Oh,
together for the allegations?
Yeah.
And here's the thing, when you have a situation like this, there's some level of gain when somebody makes something up like this.
Right.
There's some gain. This is nothing but loss and pain and heartache for that family right now.
I don't know why
They're all
it.
going, I'm telling you, they're going through living hell. Dealing day by day, going to therapy, trying to support each other, trying to understand what happened. The blame has put on himself for not seeing it, for not seeing the signs that happen, the heartache that he's going through right now. He's beating himself up. I can see in his eyes, he hates your guts now.
I can't believe
He
the way he
hates
was
you
with
with
me.
all of his soul.
He used to say, you know, I got you so high. I got this, you my
And
best.
that's true.
And now,
That's true.
now look what you're saying.
That's all true.
That's why he trusted you with his children.
No.
He trusted you with what mattered most to him.
His
And you
most,
abused that
Yeah,
trust. You
No, I
betrayed
don't abuse
him.
that trust. I don't abuse that trust.
which was you.
You know?
And these poor kids are now traumatized. That relationship is over. And he's got to mend that in his mind and make some sort of sense of what happened.
You think at my age, I'm gonna do something like that?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I don't believe this. You know? I don't believe this because I love them to pieces. You know?
Maybe too much.
You know? I love to pieces. You can ask them, you can examine, you can listen to this part. Okay, let's say I did that. So what I'm asking and the other one, you know?
Okay.
You're gonna see the difference.
Just because you preferred one child over another doesn't
No,
mean
no,
you
no, I
didn't
mean,
molest.
no, I said,
As the detectives continued their questioning, they took a cautious and respectful approach to make sure Abraham fully understood his rights and the seriousness of the situation. They reminded him that he had the right to remain silent and could request an attorney at any time during the interview. They also made it clear that anything he said could be used as evidence against him in court.
oh, we should stay out of my business, where she don't come here and talk. She make us cry every time she talk about the Bible or that. So I told her one time, my wife, don't talk about the Bible no more from then. She the only one here, just pray, and that's it. You know, we pray, and we can do nothing.
Well,
But you know, this is, I can't believe this.
also said that she thinks that your wife was known about what was going on, that she
Oh
knew
my God,
what you were doing.
that's my wife.
Oh well.
You know, it's
But
not
now-
true. It's not true.
She said that you started touching her when she was 4,
My God.
and then when she was about 11 years old, that's what she said that's when you started performing oral sex on her.
Oh, Jesus. No, no way. That's not true.
And she said that happened very often. And she's now.
I can't believe it. This child. I can't believe this.
And she said recently, the most recent incident happened in June of last year.
No, it's not so true.
And
That's
you
not
went
true.
to her house to drop off food. He was in his room playing loud music, and she was on the phone with her friend. You remember that?
No, no.
And you were knocking on the door telling her to open the door, that you brought food for her.
How, you know, it's far away where I live, where they live.
It's not that far.
Well, for me walking, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know, for me far away, you know,
Yeah.
so.
But she said that she was on the phone with her friend, and a friend, she had like a FaceTime and she dropped her phone and the phone stayed on and her friend was able to hear.
They hear what?
I don't know, I haven't talked to her yet.
Oh, I don't know. That's not true.
And she said
That's
that
not true.
you were fighting with her, that you tried taking her pants off
Oh my God.
and you were hitting her and that she was screaming for and then came out of the room and then you got up and you left the room and you went out of the room in that area. And then asked her what was wrong and she said that she was just sick and then thought nothing of it. But he remembers that though. He remembers you being at the house.
One time they give me, when I go with my wife kid,
Mm-hmm.
I love the dog. They got 2 dogs, one little, and I always take care of the dog.
Okay.
But they're never there. They're always in school working.
Yeah. So you go to the house to walk the dog?
One time, no walk, just feeding them because they was out.
Okay.
A couple times.
So you go there sometimes when they're at work to go and feed the dog?
Yeah, I did a couple times.
How do you get there?
And my wife,
Okay.
she drive.
So every time you go there, your wife is with you?
Yeah. I can't believe this. Even for my mind is not clear.
Well, they were supposed to call me when your wife got here, and I haven't been called yet, so I don't think she's here yet.
Oh, so you call her?
No, I need to talk to you.
Oh,
We're trying to talk to you, so.
Okay. Well, so I need a lawyer.
I don't know. We're asking you to tell us what you want.
Yeah, because I know that this is, I can't believe it. Even when you walk to my house, I don't even know where you guys are. I figure somebody killed somebody and they saw, you know, I see on TV one time, this, something like that.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna make assumptions. You keep talking, so does that mean you wanna keep talking so we can kind of sort this out, or what are you telling us?
No, what I tell you, I don't do that.
Okay,
It's not true.
well, we have a couple more questions for you.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I think
I'm
I
kind of, if you don't mind,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
kind of confused about,
yeah.
said that in June, he told you why he didn't want to have contact with you. He said he told you that he knew what you did to his girls.
Right.
So the fact that you're acting so surprised and shocked today has me a little confused. So that's because you're acting like you haven't heard this before, but you're telling us you have heard this before. You do know that the girls have said this stuff before.
No. That's not true.
So lying, lying, everybody's lying but you?
No, I'm not saying, well, I say the truth, I don't did it. See, I say I don't did it, I don't lie. I mean, I don't lie because I don't did it.
Are you saying I never told you that?
You should make a story, like I was telling you guys.
What did he tell you in June? Because he told us that he specifically told you that he knew what you did to his girls.
No, he went to the house when he was shot. He was shot. And I asked, what's going on? I don't know. So when I went there, walked to the house, he don't give me a chance to say, what's going on? What are you talking about? Huh?
He told you knew, at that time you knew what the allegations were.
No, I know, it's never.
So nobody,
Right now, my wife, she don't even know what's going on.
no, I don't know if your wife knows, but I know
No.
that you know. He said that he specifically told you
It's,
that he knows what you did to his daughters
Yes.
and for you not to have any contact with him.
you say he tell everybody, no?
I don't know if he told everybody.
Oh,
He
okay,
said he
okay.
told you.
No, he don't never tell me.
Well, you said you were shocked. Why was you shocked?
But the way he just went to the house, he say, don't go no more to my house. And let me tell you, I always have when I can. And we always together. So I don't know why he said that. I was
So you went 6 months without finding out why?
I think he was mad at me.
Has he ever been mad at you like that before?
One time he was mad at me.
What was that for?
Because I know how In that time, he got the house. He was losing the house and asking for some money and violence.
Did he stop talking to you then?
But he come back.
How long was that?
A long time, long time. About 4 years ago.
Okay, but if he stops talking to you, it's because of
Yeah,
something
yeah.
serious.
Yeah.
How long did he take before he went back to talk to you again?
When the house.
Yeah.
Took him about a couple months, 3 or 4 months.
Okay, well, we're 8 months. It's been 8 months.
8 months he went to my house.
Well, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 8 months. You said June, so, yeah.
I don't know, my wife called in. He said, I'm fine, I'm working. He got, what I understand, he got a job. He go a lot of places. So he said, I'm sorry, but I'm someplace far away.
Now, you said you have some memory issues. Is it possible that this happened and you don't remember?
No. My problem was with my disability, you know, the problem. But I know my children, you know, I know my children. I know them, I love them. And we went to see him. I don't see him almost about 2 months, 3 months. You know, because he's working, he's busy. So, and she called the house, you know. Hey, everything okay? How? Everything okay?
Have you had any issues with that would make them make this up?
No, I don't know. I don't know why they make this up.
And can you tell us why they would lie about such a thing? This is a big deal.
It is a big deal. Well, it's a big deal.
Despite Abraham's repeated denials, the detectives made it clear that they had gathered significant evidence and detailed statements from the granddaughters and others backing the allegations. They pointed to the girls' specific descriptions of where the abuse allegedly took place, along with potential physical evidence that could support their accounts. Throughout the conversation, the detectives remained empathetic toward the victims, recognizing the emotional weight the case carried for everyone involved. They stressed the importance of seeking the truth and ensuring justice was served, especially when it came to protecting those who couldn't protect themselves.
Why they building this? I don't know.
What would they have to gain?
Well, right. I don't know.
Can you think of anything they would have to gain by making this up?
No.
Have you ever heard them make this stuff up about anybody else?
No, so this is like now because you say that, remember one time my wife was in the house and say, don't touch my private. And my wife not even touching her. And I say to my wife, be careful with her.
How old was she then?
Maybe we should about 11.
You think that's because you were already touching her private?
No,
She didn't want
no.
anybody else touching her private?
I never touched it. I never touched nobody.
I believe.
Oh, you believe it?
I do
But
believe.
you know,
I believe.
You know, when they're small, we never had this problem. They never say, my wife touched, I touched, you know?
Well, we haven't talked to everybody else yet. There
And-
might be more. Right now, we're starting with these two.
Yeah. But it's not true. It's not true. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I swear, the Bible, I swear, everyone cannot do it. I love so much, you know?
Maybe you love them too much.
No, the way you think, you say it, you know. I love because you know, and I respect them, and they respect me too, you know? So,
Have you
Well-
have you ever had to punish them for anything?
no, I never punished them,
No discipline at all?
no.
Never had to
No.
spank them?
No, even my own sons, the one they used to punish with my wife, you know. For me, they got away with everything. No, they got away with, you know,
Have you ever hit?
no,
Never.
never. Never. Never. No, 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 believe it's, never. Asking them by me, they love me. You know, I don't know why this, even, I never, even, when his mother left, I used to send the money, and she never picked the money. One time, asked me to take the money, because she didn't want the money.
Yeah, she didn't want anything from you after what you did to her.
I don't do nothing to her. I don't do nothing to her.
Then why would she not take money?
She don't want me. She wants to die. That grow up with her.
Mm-hmm.
He died. She never got me.
I see that.
No, you see, but what I see is she never grew up with me, never stayed with me. You know? Well, never. I used to live in Brooklyn, she used to live. See? She grew up. So she never lived with me.
So if you were us, and 3 different women, or a girl and 2 women,
Yeah.
came to you and said that someone had touched them, would you believe them?
I don't know. I know myself, I don't believe it. I don't touch it.
Can you give us a reason why we should not believe them? There's 3 of them.
I don't know what happened to them. I don't know who put them something in his mind that she's saying this. You know? So you talk to.
Well, generally, if kids, and she's still a kid.
No.
Okay, I'm talking about.
Oh.
Generally, if kids make up a story, they can't stick to it. They don't know details, and if you question them about it too much, they aren't consistent in their statements. She is extremely consistent. She was asked the same question probably 5 different ways, and her answer was the same every time. So there's absolutely nothing about her statement that is unbelievable or not credible.
I don't know who played with his mind, told her to do this, but I just tell you people can never touch. Never.
Throughout the interrogation, Abraham appeared deeply distressed and confused. He spoke often of his love for his family and insisted he had always been a supportive, responsible presence in their lives. As the detectives revealed more evidence backing the girls' accounts, his denials grew more emotional and urgent. Aware of the sensitive nature of the situation, the detectives were careful to ensure that Abraham's statements were made voluntarily. Although he had mentioned wanting legal representation, no attorney was present during the interview. The detectives approached this carefully, making sure that nothing he said was coerced and that he was speaking of his own free will.
What I'm trying to say, they never accusing me. You know?
Well, here's my opinion. That you knew about this in June, that your wife knew about this in June. Your wife could not have been more nervous when we were at your house. She knew exactly why we were there. That's why she was so scared.
And she didn't ask why we were there.
She never asked.
And neither did you.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to tell me we got to go for an interview.
Yeah, that's all I told you.
know, so when even when
Okay, but the follow-up question was normally,
Why?
what?
oh yeah.
No, you just said, whoa, okay.
So you've had 6 months to get it in your head that when you came in here, you were going to deny everything. And your wife the same.
It's not the idea I deny. It's not the idea, no, I don't deal it.
Well, this isn't like we're just surprising you with this today.
No.
Okay? You told us you've known about this for 6 months. So you just thought you were lucky that the police hadn't come to your house so far and that you were going to get away with it. That they weren't going to call the police on you. So your only surprise today is that we actually showed up.
No, I'm surprised, because I don't know what's going on.
You did know what was going on.
No,
You knew the
that,
second
no.
that we opened that door, your wife became extremely nervous.
She said, not a nervous woman, you know? She said, I'm a woman, she don't know what's going on, you know?
Well, I'm charging you for, said that you put your penis in her vagina once and tried 3 other times.
No, that's not true.
That you
That's not
performed
true.
oral sex on
In
her.
front of God, tell you, that's not true.
I'm telling you what your charges are.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
and that you touched her outside of her clothing. She said you'd done pretty much everything to her since she was 4 years old.
Oh my God, I don't know what's going on there.
She was able to tell us what happened at what house. She described the house.
no.
She described the room. She also told us you were physically abusive to her when she tried to resist, tried to get
God,
away.
That's not true.
So
That's not true.
her story's pretty horrible.
Oh, no, that's not true.
And the problem is that the molestation is bad enough,
Yeah,
but you're someone that she was told to respect and love and trust. Someone that her dad respected and loved and trust. So it's not just that you molested her, it's that now you're going to do all that to her and then call her a liar. So the person in her life one of the people in her life that probably told her to tell the
I don't
truth.
call her a liar. I don't know what's going on in the head. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know, they're accusing the wrong people, the wrong person.
All of them are?
Yep. Look.
All of them just out of the blue decided, let's just accuse?
I don't get together there, I don't know. But
You're telling us they have no reason to lie, they don't have
No,
anything
they-
against you.
no, this is my opinion because I don't do it. I don't do it. I know this is a big thing. I know it's the accusation. They give something, but I don't do it.
Well, one thing I can tell you is that the court is going to listen to what the girls have to
Yeah.
say. They're going to look to see if you have any remorse whatsoever, which you
Yeah,
apparently
no.
have no remorse.
No,
Apparently you don't
can
care
say
about
that.
these girls.
I
Apparently
care about them, I love them to pieces.
you're
I
not
can
showing
tell
it
you.
here today.
Well,
You are absolutely not showing it here today. Today you're showing that
I
you're
love them to
here for
pieces.
you and you don't care about them.
No, he make with me. I'm shocked.
You're not shocked. You've known about this for 6 months.
But this accusation.
You're not. You've known about it for 6 months.
You can say because but it's the truth. It's the truth.
Well, your truth cannot be true
No,
if
no.
their truth is true.
Well,
And there's 3 of them and 1 of you.
in front of God, I never did nothing to her.
Plus a brother who remembers one specific incident that she's talking about,
Yeah,
and probably a friend that we just found out about yesterday we haven't had a chance to talk to,
yeah,
that may have heard everything on the phone.
I don't know.
So
Yeah.
what are you going to do when those people come forward?
They gotta prove it, because I never did nothing.
What is proof for you in your mind? What do you think is proof?
Proof, why they say, it's like you say to me, look,
Because I think in your mind, you think proof is if they got a videotape of you raping.
no, it's
That's
not.
proof
No,
in
it's
your
not.
mind.
Proof is why they coming with this story. Why
Because
they
it's
coming
true.
with this
It's
story?
true.
You say it's true, you say it's true.
I hear
I
you-
say not.
I know, I hear you saying it's not, but you think that that's enough to get
No,
not prosecuted,
No,
right?
no, I know they're gonna prosecute it, because
And you know it's going to be a successful prosecution.
I don't know about that. I
I'm
don't know
telling
about
you.
that. I'm gonna pray to my God that something come out the truth.
Well, if
You
your
know?
God is a just and merciful God,
Well, it is a
then,
merciful God.
then you're probably going to spend the rest of your life in jail.
Well,
Because if your God is our God, then he's watching out for the children.
yeah, I believe that. But it's not, I never touch them. Never. Not even one of them. Not only kid. See, that's the baby, they're small. But then they can talk to,
Well, hopefully they'll
You
be
know?
safe now. Hopefully they'll be safe.
The tone of the comments directed at Grajales becomes harsher in the hopes that it will provoke an emotional response. But he is in complete denial, and it is unlikely that he will deviate from that position.
Well, that's your opinion, you have respect, but it's not my opinion. My opinion is I love them to death, I do anything for them. But I never,
Except tell the truth.
never, I tell you the truth. Even they never can say nothing about me.
I did say something about you.
Now because they got to say it.
No.
Or maybe
He believes
he's
them.
confused,
He believes them over you.
Yeah, he is confused.
you know?
I'll give you that. He's confused.
Oh,
If none of this makes any sense to him.
I love him today. I love her. I love.
See,
I get-
if you love these people, you don't hurt them.
I don't help them, believe me.
And you definitely don't betray
No way.
by molesting his
Not-
children.
I never molested them. That's not the truth. That's not the truth. That's not the truth.
All right. Well, I can see you spent the last 6 months planning your story,
No.
so I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else?
I'll just close it out.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
The time is now 3:33 p.m. Concluding the interview with Abraham Grajales. Abraham, do you have anything you wish to add or delete from your statement?
No, I don't.
Did anybody threaten or intimidate you into making the statement?
No.
Have you made the statement voluntarily of your own free will?
No, I gotta see a lawyer.
Okay.
I gotta see a lawyer.
Okay.
Because you guys don't believe what I say, so I need somebody.
Okay.
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 Do you feel like we tricked you into saying anything you didn't want to say?
This is your job.
Okay. But do you feel like you said anything you didn't mean to say?
Oh, no, I don't know. I say the truth.
Okay.
I say the truth.
All right.
All right.
I think I gotta go back.
Oh yeah. Okay. We'll get you somebody to take you over.
Okay.
Recognizing the complexity of the case, especially the complications caused by Abraham's memory issues, the detectives collaborated with prosecutors to offer a plea deal. In the end, Abraham agreed to the deal, which resulted in a 10-year probation sentence. The plea served as a middle ground. It provided a sense of closure for the victims, while also acknowledging the legal challenges in securing a conviction beyond a reasonable doubt. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below and make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.